Listen, gentlemen, you just subscribe for our scanner. Don't give yourself unnecessary stress. You do not need to know too many things to actually use this scanner. It's very simple to trade with. All right. Now, one of the things is that if you're waking up in the morning and you actually want to take signal from the morning time frame and all of that, yes. So there are sessions that actually can affect your market, but I don't want to complicate issues. All right. This is straightforward method to actually take signal on our scanner. First of all, I love to always go to my daily time frame to know the momentum. And that can give me a very good confidence of how I should trade. If it's a trade I'm going to be holding or a trade I will just be buying and selling. Now look at gold now. If you come in a day, look at the previous candle, right? The previous day candle, the other day here, this day here. I know that this market was just going to continue to go sideways. That was not a good momentum. Now, this one was a momentum. I know that the market will continue to go up, even though when this one actually relaxed a bit, then this one continue, this one continue. Now, you see that? So momentum of the previous day candle will determine if we're going to continue going down or up. Just what you are checking on the daily time frame with our scanner, nothing more. So just that you will be able to have your confidence of when to trade or what to trade as the market comes. That's if I found that the next thing I want to go to is to go to my 1 hour time frame. Oh, sorry, 4 hour time frame. So you see 4 hour time frame and 1 hour time frame, they are your structure. I'm not going to go detail about this. If I want to teach you, want to know more about it, once you subscribe, you're on a forum, then there's a different kind of tutor that you're going to learn about more detail on how this canal, what this canal can solve for you. The component of this canal is crazy. All right. So now if I come to 1 hour or 4 hour time frame, I couldn't find a trade. But the good side of it is that this is a complementary signal scanner. Now it had a resistance and a support, which is about key level. All right, the supply and the demand zone, where the market, that okay, the market is actually getting supported to bounce from here. So I come to what 4 hours. I couldn't find a signal. Now, what do you mean? I want to find signal like this, or I want to find signal like this. If you go to 4 hours, no signal, don't trade. Just wait. Step down to 1 hour. Can I find a signal on 1 hour? I do not find. For instance, I do not find. The market have been ranging. Now, the only signal I was permitted to take was this signal. That was yesterday. Now, I will have sold this one yesterday. But today, you have not found signal, right? Now, how will I have found signal? Because this is good. It's become very choppy. You can see since on the second, it has been choppy, right? So there's no trend here. But scanner will still give you signal to buy or sell. Now, when you come to 1 hour, but the better time, 4 hours and 1 hour. If you find the signal of 4 hours, it go longer. If you find the signal of 1 hour, it's a bit shorter, all right? But they are better off than 30 minutes and 15 minutes. So in a way, when you do not find signal on your 30 on your 1 hour and on your 4 hours, you want to go to 30 minutes first. Now, let's go. Now, on 30 minutes, makes sense. Good. Fantastic. On 30 minutes, I'll find a signal. So this is a signal here on 30 minutes. Can you see that? Now, one of the lovely things is that if I like, I can take this signal straight up. Because why? We said if the signal come out, if you say you should buy, and it come out at the support zone, you can just go straight away. You wait for the candle to close, and then that means you are entering at this point. Your stop loss will have to be below the support itself. Then 1:2 risk reward, or you target the next resistance. Simple. All right, can you see that? So you were still able to do 1:2 risk reward. You get that now? So at this point, you have done 1:2 risk reward. That's one. So we that love to find a sniper entry, the moment the candle closes on that, no, sorry, not the moment the candle closes. The moment you come and the signal is on that candle, 30 minutes, you want to step down to, first of all, look at 5 minutes if you can find a refine, because refinement is what I'm looking for. So I mark it because you can still remember, time has passed this. So we want to go to 15 minutes, not 15 minutes. You want to go to 5 minutes. Now, what I'm looking for in 5 minutes to find a refined possible entry. Now, this is 5 minutes. Yeah, this one is refined to an extent. This one is refined to an extent because this, our confirmation is that you have the three candle close, this, the left, the right. So the candle that carry the signals should be lower, okay? Should be lower than the other candle. Okay, so now you have found that I refine to get a proper, sniper entry. Now, so when I come to 5 minutes, I saw this, or the candle has not actually closed. You're waiting to find a proper entry. I can still go do as low as 3 minutes. Now, if it's gold, when I go to all of this lower time frame, I'm going to find a sniper entry. That's the advantage. Okay. So look at 3 minutes. Now, this is engulf. At least it closes up here. Now, so let's look at it. Let's look at the 3 minute. Sometime, because gold, I can go down to as low as 1 minute. So let's look at this. This is the entry, and then this is the stop loss below this point, 180 pips, and then your first target is 1:2 risk reward. Then, if you go to 1 minute, let's look at how many pips we're going to get, as a stop loss. I try to reduce my loss to our barest minimum. And the more you reduce your stop loss, the faster you get to your take profit level. Okay, many do not understand the logic. The more reduce your stop loss, the faster you get to your take profit level. So you hardly lose this trade anyhow. Okay, so let's go to 1 hour, 1 minute time frame. So 1 minute time frame, let's look at it. So if I go to the 1 minute time frame, that was not too beautiful anyway. Some will be more beautiful than this. So at the close of this candle here is my entry, because I'm coming from 30 minutes or something. So this is my entry, my stop loss below 8, then 1:2 risk reward. So that means my stop loss is how many pips? How many pips is my stop loss? 120 pips, ladies and gentlemen. And then if I like, because you see this thing here, it's going to be a resistance at that time. So you can target that. If you target that, that's going to be 1:2.16 risk reward. That's the first place I'm going to target. Now let's go back to a higher time frame. Now you see the market returned back to this point, right? Nevertheless, but you have taken the first take profit. So I'm going to expound. Now, when you take that trade, irrespective that it's 5 minutes or 15 minutes, you take the trade, or 3 minutes, you take the trade, you want to return back to the timing that gave you the signal. So you return back to that time that gave you the signal. So let's go back there. Can you see that now? So I go back to that timing that gave me the signal. So you can see within the shortest time, I've done 270 pips. Now, listen, I'm teaching you additional things that probably you may not understand. Now, if I go back to, this is 120 pips. Now, if your account is very small, you can't use more than 0.01 and one position. How do I know that? Okay, if it's 120 pips or 130 pips, let's say it's 120 pips, you are trading with $100. Now, how much do I want to reach out to my $100? Let's say it's 10%. That's $10. All right. If it's 10%, $10. So 130 pips. Let's calculate. You can't even take this trade. That's it. 130 pips. You can't take this trade, ladies and gentlemen. So that means you're going to risk more than your $100, you'll be exposing about $15. That's the thing they don't explain to you when it comes to trading. Okay. So that means you're going to be risking about 15%. That's $15 of your money. So you're going to use 0.01. So get it known to your brain that if the market hits your stop loss, you are losing $15 flat, nothing more than that, and nothing less than that. So that you now have to target 1:2 risk reward. 1:2 risk reward is going to give 270 something pips. That means you have done $30 straight up. No stress. Now, if you have up to like 500, let's say $500. So let's say you have about $500, you want to risk just like 10% of for $500. Let's look at it. $500 is what you have. So let's go quickly. $500. And then look at it. So 0.038. So that means 0.038, I can use 0.01 in 3 places. Or I can use 0.01 in 4 places. So let's look at it. So out of your $500, you are risking $50. That's what it means. So, but if you are risking just 5%, let's look at it. 5% of your money, 130, you say you use this. So you are losing $25. So now I can use 0.01 in 2 places. Now look at it. When you use 0.01 in 2 places, see the simple thing. The first take profit is going to be here. That means if the first take profit hits take profit, 1:2 risk reward, you have divided to 2. That means you're going to make $25. All right. Then the second one, you extend to where the resistance is. Can you see that? Now, where the resistance is, you can see that the market came down here. For you to see this trade on time, you probably have to return back to that 5 minute, 3 minute to see it. But if you do not, no problem. This trade will go and then until you complete this. Completing this is 1:5 risk reward. That means the remaining money, $12.5, is going to generate up to 5 times. 12.5 multiplied by 5. That's what you're going to do for the remaining position. Massive, right? So 12.5 multiplied by 5, because this is 5 point something. So 5 multiplied by 12.5. That's going to be $62.5. Then plus the $25 you have made before, that you end up having about $87. But patience is required for this. Very simple. You don't need to stress yourself. So when this trade is running, don't go to another trade, just allow it to run. Now, if you are the one that understands the trade again, if you return back to 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, you're going to see when this trade actually come back and give you another entry. Massive, powerful. Can you see that? It gave you a very powerful, clear entry again. That means, where am I going to enter this trade? At the close of this candle. Very simple. Pim, you are in. So that's why I always encourage people, once you are in a particular trade, monitor that particular peers to follow the trade on. All right. So you're in here, 1:2 risk reward. So entry here, yeah, your stop loss. If you like, you can take it down to this, where this one was before. That's 280 pips. Then 1:2 risk reward. Go on. Remember, you have taken $125 as profit. So it's already edging for you. So 1:2 risk reward. There we go. Boom. This point. Except that if you want to go to 3 minutes, if this signal was going to print out, so it began to be making much noise. Okay, so you don't want to have too much noise around you and all of that. So, but give and take, the trade continue. If you go to 1 minute, so they will have that. Massive. So if you go to 1 minute, this is not a good signal. Okay. So this is the one you entered. Where are you? Okay. So if you go to 1 minute, can I find a trade? Perhaps when this one closes. So you have series of addition. All of this, you wouldn't mind them. But so let's go to 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and all of that. So I'm just showing you how you maximize your trade. You just be loving your trade and be happy with what you are doing per time. And so at the end of the day, you are making a lot of money. And that's this. This signal is very powerful. So you don't bother yourself, oh, how do you no, 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 no. Just go to your 1 hour, a daily time frame, when you first come into the market. So let's look at another instrument. Let's look at Bitcoin quickly. Let's look at Bitcoin. Quickly look at Bitcoin. So here is Bitcoin. And this is the daily time frame. Am I mistaken? No. So this is the daily time frame. So forget what I put here, but let's still look at it. Now, on daily time frame, that's not where you are taking trade. You are looking for signal on 4 hours and 1 hour. If you wait for daily time frame, it's going to take a long time. Imagine this when all this journey were done, then this is when the trade actually say you should sell. After this buy since February, then we have this sell in March. So you are going to be waiting till eternity from this pole to this pole. Okay. But so what do? You go to 4 hours. Now you already know that the market for that day was very, very bad. So on 4 hours, no signal. This is the signal. This is on the end of the month. So since on the 29th, there aren't any buy or sell, or except today. Look at the sell. So at the sell on 4 hours, if it's 4 hours before see your signal, powerful. Now, I told you that this scanner was programmed around three major things. Number one, price action. Number two, liquidity concept. Number three, smart money. Now, if that is the case, what happened? Why will it tell you to sell here? Because there is a fair value gap here. Not many persons understand. I'm not teaching you fair value gap, but I'm just telling you how this can actually work. Very perfect. Working with smart money concept, working with liquidity concept, and working with price action. Simple. It's not an indicator of like if trading view, we'll talk about trading boat and about scanner. This is an AI scanner that work with market movement, the dynamics, the flexibility. So just work on that. Now, you don't need to know this, but you already know your scanner. So, but you don't know why your scanner appear here. Your scanner first appear here. It was not clear enough. Then it reject back, and then it was clear enough. Now, so when this scanner came out and give you this cell, look at what you do. That was yesterday. Then you go to 15 minutes straight up. Can you see that? On 15-minute time frame. That's Bitcoin for you. Good. Right. Now, am I going to wait for this candle? No. If I saw 15 minutes, this is your entry. But I still want to refine. Remember, I love refining. So, but you don't bother yourself. Just take your trade here. Then your stop loss. So your stop loss is going to be a bit big. This is 973 point. Now, it's not too much. So all you do is to first of all target on 1:2 risk reward. This trade is going to drag you for a very long time. 1:2 risk reward. Let's go there. Okay. 1:2 risk reward yesterday. No problem. The trade continue, right? Continue. So you move back up here. If you're smart enough, you add more. If you are not too much smart, you wouldn't bother to do anything. The market continue. Now, what is going to save you from all this noise to return back to your 4 hours straight up? Once you take the trade on your 15-minute time frame, return back to your 4 hours. Straight up, don't bother yourself. 1:2 risk reward, don't bother yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Now you have this. You're risking 973 points to make 1,900 and something point. Now listen. Now for me that refine more than you, this is what's going to happen to me. Remember, when I got the trade on 15 minutes, it was good, right? Good, yeah, fine. But I still moved down to something like 5 minutes first. And now when I go to 5 minutes, what happened? I got more refined entry. Can you see that? Powerful refined entry. That's here. So that means I'm going to enter at this close of this candle. So the first candle, the second candle, and the third candle, very powerful signal. This is a very powerful signal. At what time was this? This was about to 6 p.m. All right? To 6 p.m. 5:45 p.m. GMT +1. Now, so if I still like, I'll keep my stop loss here or I adjust it down. But let's keep it there and see what's the point. How many points? 756 points. Now let's go down to 3 minutes. Now, if you go to lower time frame and it's not smooth, you better just leave it. No, 3 minutes smooth, massive smooth. Look at it. So this is called refinement, okay? How many? 602 points. So I'm okay, I'm good, right? And then I take a trade. Now, this is what it's going to do. 1:2 risk reward. Your first take profit, 1:2 risk reward. Look at what very close, very fast to deliver. Can you see that? Boom, 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 boom. Jam. Now, if you just come to a lower time frame, 3 minute time frame, you'll be disturbed by all this signal. Yeah, you can be scalping, but you are wasting too much energy. Is that correct? Good. Now, if you now want to like add more position, okay, when all this thing happening, you're adding more, no problem. That's when you just go to come to a few minutes and all of that. So now, your first day profit here, you have done about 8,218 points. Now, the other one, you're going to leave it. So go back to 4 hours. So you go back to 4 hours. What exactly are you going to do? You just want to look at the market in its clearer vision so that you will not disturb yourself. Market is shaking, it's moving this, so it's not your business, man. So as you script it, now at the point, because this was going to be a barrier, but nevertheless, if care is not taken, then this market is going to crash down to this point. But what will make it not crash? So let's go back. You now go to 1 hour time frame. Are there some other in between support resistance that could actually make the market to return back? Perhaps if you look at something here again, okay, you have a support here, then you have a fair value gap here. Now, I'm not teaching you fair value gap, so don't get it wrong. Why did your scanner print a signal here? Okay, that's just what I'm trying to explain to you. Now, but you have made your money. Okay, on 1 hour time frame. So now let's quickly look at this signal. To what extent is this signal going to go? You can lose this trade, but I don't need to explain to you either you're supposed to take it or not. Just be very stupid with your instruction. So follow your instruction. Now here we go. 1 hour time frame have brought out this signal. So ordinarily, what do we go to? 5 minute time frame. So very simple. We don't stress ourselves. So 5 minute time frame, what do you want to find? You want to find this signal to give you confirmation entry. There isn't anyone here. There isn't anyone here because this does not close. Does it close above? Very weak indecision. This one pumping, so it's very delicate. So you can't guarantee this kind. This is not a momentum kind of a thing. Okay. So let's go to currency very quickly. Let's go to currency. Currency. So let's go to Euro USD. Good. Go to Euro USD. So we'll go to daily time frame very quickly. Let's go to daily time frame very fast. Let's fast, very fast. Good. This is lovely. Euro USD. Now, if you look at it, Euro USD, this is a daily. Look at where this candle was. It was bullish, but looks somehow very funny and staggered. So then what do you go to? You just step down to 4 hours. That's your signal. 4 hours and 1 hour, your predominant time frame of looking for a signal. So if you look at it now, on your 4 hours, there is no signal because this signal was on the first. There isn't any signal, but market is seated on top of a support, but there is a signal. So that was yesterday. This was today. All right, there isn't a signal. So you want to go to 1 hour time frame to find if signal is going to be provided for you. Let's go. 1 hour time frame. Let's go to 1 hour. Well, 1 hour time frame right now. Come. Come up very fast. You need to come up. Good, very fine. There isn't a signal. Do you see that? There isn't a signal. I don't want to complicate issues for you. There isn't a signal on 1 hour time frame. Wow, what's going on? What's going on? So now, so for me, there's a signal for me, but for you, there's no signal. So there's no signal. Forget this one. It's this afternoon. You're going to work on this now very shortly. Then the last, we say you go to 15 minutes. You can even go to so you go to 30 minutes. You can even go to 50 minutes. Okay. So in 30 minutes, let's look at it. This was yesterday. Yeah. This was yesterday. Yeah. Okay. Oh, got. So here. Now, this is a signal, 30-minute signal. Now, if you want to take the signal of 30 minutes, you can go ahead and take it. All right, you can go ahead and take it. But to want to refine the market to give you a very clearer direction, so let's mark the signal itself. And then you go to 3 minutes, or you can first talk on 5 minutes. If you find a very fantastic refine entry, why not? You can take it. Now, we didn't find. So you go to 3 minutes. Okay, on 3 minutes, so 3 minutes, the point is this, the market was not too fantastic, but weak. After the close here, now this looks so scary. That's the truth. This looks so scary. This is not an A+ setup. So understand that. Okay, but assuming you miss this trade, okay, after all, it's early in the morning, 3 a.m. and all of that. Assuming you miss this trade, no problem, because you will have entered not at the close of this candle because this don't clear. So, but this engulf and finally give a kind of confirmation, but that's not your confirmation. So that means nearly they never kill a bird, right? Nearly never kill a bird. So don't say, hey, the market now finally they move for. You didn't get the trade. But finally, what happened? Market came in at 6. You know, I told you about 1 to 3 a.m., 6 a.m. to 7:30, and all of that. Now look at it. Very clean signal, very no struggle. It came back to retest this demand zone. Very simple. Now, you don't need to know all those English. You are working with your scanner. Very simple. Be very strict to your scanner. Now, you have your scanner. Confirmation. This is a very confirmation. Fantastic. In fact, the signal was powerful as a head on top of your support. Now, so if I like, I will take it here. But because you are addicted to your scanner, you always want to get to your confirmation. So that means this is your confirmation. Yeah, and your stop loss, if you like, just put it below the support. That's just 5 pips. So 5 pips. So the first is 1:2 risk reward. Here, very simple. Now, assuming you are trading with $100, let's look at it. $100. This is where you are supposed to be. $100. You want to risk 5% of your $100 or 10%. How many pips? 5 pips. Let's take it to be 10. So see, 0.1. Pim. So how much? $10. If you hit my stop loss, $10 is what I'm going to lose. And then $20 is done. So if you have 2 positions, all right, maybe you put 2 positions, that's $5. That means the first one, $10 is done, right? Then the other one, you left it. Why do you leave this one? Let me show you something about this one. You didn't touch this one. Probably if you look at it at this time, There's this resistor minor, then there's a major, right? So if you go back to where do we got the signal from? 30 minutes, right? We got it from 30 minutes. Good. So you're going to go back very straight up on 30 minutes, right? Now 30 minutes, you scale up to this resistance. Now, do you know the market is still going to continue buying up? That's what it's showing. That's the energy the market is showing. So now, if you look at it at this point, that's 1:6:1. Now, how much is the minimum money that's in your hand? $5 because you have taken $10 as you have $5 times 6. That means you have done $30 plus this. This is the very, you can take only one trade per week. You can take only one trade per day, and then you are fine. This is it. But if you don't discipline yourself, now when the market got here, definitely you are not going to be in the market again because you may give another signal. So that's it. So now another signal came up now. This is 30 minutes, all right? So I want to look at, assuming I want to take this trade, what happened? I step down to, first of all, look at my 5 minute. Okay, there's a confirmation. Yes, you enter here. You are going to enter this trade here, straight up. There's definitely that. You're going to enter this trade. Now, this trade is dragging you. What if it stop you out? Yes, you lose. That's simple. You're following your rule. Doesn't matter what happened. Follow your rule. Let it be that you fail following your rule, and then you begin to ask why. What happened to this market and all of that? That you say, oh, it be like say you no go walk. No. That means you will never take, even important trade, you will not take it. Can you see now? On 5 minutes, you can see this is your entry. Now, the market now, the only thing that can make you, most time when a trade gave you a sell and there's a support, it's a contradiction. So that's the only way. Because you see, we say this is a complementary scanner. How can the market give you a sell when it's on top of a support? Then it's quite delicate. Do you get that? Very, very delicate. Okay. So that's the whole thing about taking our signal. Very simple. No stress. Effortlessly. Just follow instruction. Very simple. Don't give yourself unnecessary stress. Oh, the market is going this way. It's like you don't want to go that way again. It's like the market is going to travel back. No, where is it going to? Just simple. Follow simple instruction, and then you are good to go. Is that making sense? Make a lot of sense. So look at USD, GBP USD. You come 1 hour, a daily time frame. Okay, momentum is going to go up. So this market will continue to go up. That's what it shows. You have got the support here. You can be struggling, but you have been trading and making the money. Then look at the 4-hour time frame. No signal. No signal. Good. No signal. Just yesterday, day before yesterday. The market have been very weak somehow. Then you go to 1 hour. Any signal? No signal. All right. This was previous day. Then this was this. Okay. Today, because you are looking for a buy, no signal. Now a sell gave you signal. So, but let's do that. So let's look at this sell signal. Now you go to this. This is the candle that gave you the signal. And so we'll go to 5 minutes first. Fantastic. So can you see that? On 5 minutes first, do I find a very refined movement? Yes, I do. Good. This is a pam, pam, pam. So this is a sell. 1:2:1. If I go to 3 minutes, more refined. Now, I told you why I go to more refined, and this 3 minute confusing you, just go back to your 5 minutes. That give you a confirmation. Then your entry is here, short the position, short the hell out of the market. How many is your pip? About 17 pips as your stop loss. 1:2 is your first target. Come on, that is done here. 33, 34 pips, done as simple as possible. Does that make sense, guys? But if you don't follow simple instruction, you're going to be making hell of mistakes. You'll be telling, oh, the market, you want to move this, you want to go down. What's your business? Just follow your rule, follow your instruction. Okay? Follow your rule. Okay. So the Bitcoin is managed, pushing up, as it were, and then if you go to 3 minutes, probably you can find more. Okay. So we say here, I think it was here. Then continue. If you stop here, no problem. You are in the market. That's why. So when you are afraid of losing, you will not make. When you're afraid of anything you're afraid of losing, you will not get it. So get ready to move and then let market stop you out. You find another entry again. But, you're working with the rule. So very simple. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a very simple way of taking our trade. Come in, look at the daily time frame, look at the momentum. Okay, 4 hours, 1 hour are the places you are looking for signal. Now, take note sometime. When you come to the market, the signal on 4 hours or 1 hour, now come out on top of support or resistance. You don't wait to take such trade. It's just that this one is too long. When the signal come out, this 4 hour time frame, and it rejected at a resistance. Just enter it when the candle closes. Look at it here. Just that your stop loss is going to be very bogus here, but look at it. The market deliver very well. Any signal you see on 4 hours will deliver very maximally. Do you understand? Maximally. I'm just telling you that. So understand this. Maximally. So this type of signal, you can't take it because it's on top of what? Support. So that means there's a little kind of divergence somewhere and all of that. Look at this. This candle first printed this. Why will you take this signal to sell? For wow. On top of support? No, that's the edge you have in this market. And that's the edge you have with this scanner. Massive, massive. Now, this one is telling you to buy. How will I buy this one? When it's almost crossing the support and turning it to resistance. That's what it's already doing. That means you are looking at this market to come down to this point. Now, let's calculate. Can I buy? No. I'm not going to buy. Any type of signal confusing like this, I'm not going to take it. Now, let's go to 15 minutes. What's happening? Come on, look at it. Why will I buy this type of scam? Market is perpetually under what? Under resistance. And then you want to buy. So you can see this scanner. This scanner is powerful. You can work hand in hand with all the confirmations that you can just simple to see your trade to make money. Look at this scanner. It's a sell. Why will I sell? Now look at it. Let's go. 15-minute time frame. Let's hear. Let's look at its support. Oh my God. So that's the way the scanner works. I can take this. It's not good. It should be a buy signal that I will be able to take. So why did you not paint it buy signal? There are factors. So that means not your trade. Discipline yourself not to take any signal that does not give you an alignment. Don't be disciplined. Okay? Work with. So I'm just taking all of these. These are very funny peers. Okay, look at this now. I don't need to wait. These are rejection. So at the close of this candle, you have short. But the market is very funny. It returned back again, rejected again, right? You already know that this one is going to sell eventually, but just that very stubborn, right? So that's the thing, all right? So you don't disturb yourself. I want to what do you want to understand? What do you want to learn? What do you want to learn? Make money is what you need more. Then when you make a lot of money, you can learn many things. But if you are not making money, guys, you're going to be trouble. This thing does not work only on Forex, work in crypto. Look at this. Massive buy since all this while. This is 4-hour time frame. Look at the buy. This sell is not valid. On top of support. Come on. But look at this one. Since when? It's on the 29th of March. If you take this measurement from that point, right? Right up here now, that's about 25%. This market is going to about $280, $290. Now, if you get there, that's going to be about 35% from that on the 29th. Is it bad? No, 35%. 29 to now, that makes a lot of sense. All right? That's why we tell people about building your portfolio, trading, making money, and building yourself up as much as possible. So thank you very much. Don't play. Take advantage of this scanner. It works.